balancer pool sale. But basically, the Ankh price trades at a 12% discount to the value of the ETH that's been raised. So the way you get to this math is there's been about 135 tokens, 135 million tokens sold, right? About 4.9 thousand ETH. ETH is at like 43.40. It's like 21 mil. So per Ankh, it's like 16 cents, right? And it trades at like 14 cents. So like in a worst case scenario where you basically shut this thing down, right, and you just redistribute the ETH to holders of the token, everyone receives basically 16 cents of ETH per token that they hold. The risk right now for buying, like you're like, okay, that's like 10% for free, basically, right? And then like you can't go below that value. The risk to buying right now is essentially that there's still incremental tokens to be supplied into the pool. And so there's this possibility that the price drops below 14 cents of ETH backing each token because the price goes down a lot because there's no incremental buyers. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Really
And
love
ETH is going up as well.
Well, yeah, the price is going up because there's like these Chinese whales DMing me like, should I buy $1 million? And I'm like, do your own research, and they just buy it. Like, there's a lot of people who actually are interested in buying this, despite the fact that there's no roadmap, website, white paper, or almost anything available on it, which is kind of incredible. But I guess it shows you the kind of market we're in.
Yeah.
I also probably leaned, quite frankly, too hard into putting this on my Twitter, which was...
This is your reputation online, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, we didn't ape because of the white paper of the project. We aped because we believe in you, sir.
Yeah, so it's probably going to go up, given that I'm, generally speaking, not going to let my reputation wither on the vine for a shitcoin.
Where did
I have one question, please. Well, the devs said
Okay.
that they're going to add the unsold token to the LP, and what you said contradicts that. So who is
The
correct?
devs are going to add the unsold tokens to
Yes.
the LP.
They said, what happens to the unsold tokens? And he said they get added to the LP.
Unsold tokens. Well, what ETH is on the other side?
Yeah, there's not. I'll find the call and DM.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
I'll DM you, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll make it the my way. I'm not gonna. That doesn't make any sense, right?
Can you even do that? You can't just add one side of an LP to a pool. Like smart contracts don't
You
work
have to
that
split
way.
it first and dump
He
them.
would. The suggestion would be, well, you wouldn't dump it. You would pair it with the team. Might pool some Shiba, I guess. That's the implication, right?
He is slowly helping it.
Yeah, I sent you the message.
We were just curious where the initial like it was like 100 million that was like tornadoed in.
Is it possible to make this chat push to talk, please?
So the person that has that feedback right now is Gandalf Filth. So mute him if you want to remove that sound.
Thank you.
No worries, bro.
Unsold tokens will be returned to the LP. Well, I'll ask them what that means because I don't think that makes. I mean, it can be returned to the. Yeah, I mean, unsold tokens just functionally don't have value, I think. Oh, you know what he means? Unsold tokens will be returned to the LP. The copper launch, probably. Like, you're not adding incremental tokens after, right? That's not how this works.
Yeah, that just makes no sense.
Does that
tremendously dilutes.
This guy seems like a retard, to be honest.
Well, I am a retard too, so.
No.
It's all fair play in retard land.
What is the maximum supply again? Or is
the
it
maximum supply? There isn't the supply. I wouldn't
Right,
focus on the supply count because it's going to rebase too.
Yeah, so I'm just. Yeah, I'm curious if they were just straight up burned. If it would make if there's no.
It should be burned, yes. Like the only incremental tokens are going to be the ones in the Pebble multisig, and the team probably has some type of allocation.
Right. So, it doesn't seem like it would probably make much of a difference. It'd actually probably be beneficial to Maybe I don't know if we bring down the market cap or not. I guess not. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. It seems like you just burn them though.
This is the real.
Yeah, no, you burn them and then you burn them and then your token supply is the max.
Mhm.
Is the sale price? Is the number in the sale?
Yep, and everything is backed.
Yep.
They just it has to be backed.
Did Pebble DAO purchase their allocation?
No. So the way that this came together was the devs are essentially all people who were in Pebble. And rather than having some type of like whitelist or pre-sale, which my expectation would basically be just a bunch of guys in a private Discord dumping on other people's heads, I thought it made more sense to basically just give the treasury a piece, because if it fails, it's worthless, and we're not going to be able to sell it, and we wouldn't sell it, right, for optics reasons. And if it's successful, it's a lot of money. So that's essentially how I think about it.
So what
You
do you
wanna-
guys
you wanna
define
create-
as success, though?
Success is probably $1 billion market cap.
Makes sense, aping in more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would be upset if we sold at $1 billion market cap.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, this is the idea of like at least long term, or like, I don't know if I want to call it long term alignment, but ape alignment, right? It's like the idea that all the parties should be aligned. Like, you know, there can be VCs or people who help seed something, but like their motivation for investing in it shouldn't be to basically get a 10x and then leave. It should be to like make a fucking lot, right?
So the treasuries be comprised of Shiba, and then I think you mentioned other.
Yeah, so at
Dog-
the start, it's going to be ETH only because
For the treasury.
yes, because we're raising ETH in this thing, and there's no way I can convert 5,000 ETH into, or there's no way the team can convert 5,000 ETH into Shiba effectively. It's too much money. Like unless they find a market maker in the next 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
So then it'll be.
Well, the treasury. Are you? You're talking about the treasury, not the liquidity, because
The treasury,
what about
the treasury will start as ETH and will over time become more and more Shiba denominated.
Okay,
That is the current plan.
I got you. Okay, I was curious about possibly swapping the ETH to DAI.
But that would make it no different than Olympus, though.
Over time, the treasury will become more SHIB and Ohm backed. There was no way to effectively fair launch and have it fill up with Shiba.
Yeah, it's true.
Because there's no platform. I mean, yeah.
I mean, is that
Copper and Balancer don't support like Shiba as a form of collateral.
Yeah, I don't, you know, like consider that possibly concerning though, given like the volatility of Shiba.
What do you mean? What's the issue? Having it
Just
as
wondering
collateral?
if you the treasury, if it's a volatile asset, like a
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, Olympus, right, never did. Well, they started to do more volatile stuff, but obviously it was all stables initially. I think it's more like a ping pong ball, but it's also sort of a meme coin Olympus fork. So it's gonna be a ping pong ball. It's a ping pong ball that's like backed by a ping pong ball, which I think is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So you mentioned earlier that the devs are are within the Pebble DAO.
Yeah.
So how big is the team that's actually doing the dev work for the website and the contracts?
It's the working team is probably 7 people, and then there's another half a dozen who are working on it in some capacity. And of that 7 people, there's probably like 5 that are most active.
Right, makes sense.
I don't know, like, okay, so like, I don't know why the Discord has been like who is modding the Discord, or like, why the Discord like the people who have given feedback are like not that great. Like, I don't know what's going on there, like, quite frankly. But what I can tell you is it's mostly Pebble people directly in the working group, and then like, I don't know. I guess in retrospect, I should have admin the Discord and then been less public on Twitter and just done an LBP and had it been quiet, and then it would have blown up once we did staking and bonding. It doesn't really matter, because like when you raise more money in an LBP and it's for an Olympus type thingy, like it just backs the tokens. So like in practice, it's the same fucking thing, right? Like you either raise 1,000 ETH and your tokens are backed by like 3 cents, or you raise 3,000 ETH and your tokens are backed by 9 cents. Like in practice, it's just the sticker shock of how big is your treasury from the outset.
Sisyphus, did you buy already?
Yeah, I just bought a little bit. I bought $420,069 of this shit.
Just a
Because I thought that'd be a good number.
the LP pairs will be wrapped in
Yeah.
okay.
The one thing that'll be weird is the Treasury is backed by ETH, but the LP is going to be Shiba. So I don't know how that.
The LP's gonna shoot?
No.
Yes, the LP is going to be Shiba.
Oh man, the swaps are gonna be vicious.
Yeah, it's just gonna be weird, man. I mean, I was just hoping for like an interesting experiment, and we'd have a lot of degeneracy, and hopefully that's what happens. I'm quite optimistic. The launch was a little bit annoying, but I'm optimistic.
Why couldn't Ankh ETH be the LP pair?
Because that's not as funny.
So it would be this token paired with the Shiba?
It would be exactly, that's correct.
The Shiba will be the treasury and the pure well. Okay.
What about future?
So in a way, this is like a giga leverage Shiba position.
How fucked are we if Shiba dumps like 90%?
Well, you're not yet. That's the thing, right? The trick here is it becomes Shiba backed. It's not from the start. It's just an ETH backed vault, and then over time it becomes incrementally more degenerate.
Right.
As people feed the beast. That's what I'm hoping for.
Spell would be another one to throw in.
Spell would be fucking hilarious. Yeah, that'd
be funny.
like
Spell Shiba.
Good projects.
If LP is in Shiba, then what would the token be used for?
What do you mean?
So the LP is gonna be in ETH and SHIB. So what do we use the?
No, the token, the LP is Ankh SHIB, and then ETH is backing the tokens at the start as a backstop. So basically, the worst case scenario is this thing doesn't really go anywhere. People lose interest. The value of the token goes below the treasury, and then after some amount of time, after attempting to make it work, you just redistribute all the ETH in the treasury to token holders, and like there's a fixed value on that, right? And this is my point about risk-free value. Like risk-free value is like 16 cents per token or something right now. So like in a world where you just shut it down, like assuming you trust the team, which I do, the ETH is just redistributed back to holders at a fixed rate per token, which right now is actually more than the value of the token.
When you say you trust this team, like what history do you have with these guys that you put such faith in them?
One of them,
Like, are they docs to you?
well, okay, yeah. So two of them are docs to me, and in general, I would say that they're people with significant enough online reputations that they would not rug for this amount of money. It's probably not a rug. I aped, so. And I will ape more tomorrow morning.
So earlier in the call, someone just cut to the chase and asked, "Are we gonna make it?" So, are we gonna make it?
I hope so. I'm not promising you're gonna make it because I can't guarantee you.
But hey guys, since you're there and there's a chat, do you know why they're making a? I'm not saying this is a rug, but a lot of projects don't get this kind of hype, even in this market right now.
Yeah, I know.
Because we believe in the Sys. That's why.
I hope it's not. I hope it's not just me. It would be insane if it was just me. It would actually be a little worrying if it was just me because it makes me realize that I basically can't promote anything on my Twitter.
I mean, it is you, right?
Yeah, it's also like there's like people, and a lot of this stuff like doesn't actually happen on public. Like it's back channeled. Like a lot of people ape on alts or tornado money in an ape, and like they talk about it in a private Discord. Not even Pebble, right? But just like random private Discords of people who like share information. Like that's how all of these a lot of the like a lot of funds and other generally like wealthy DeFi people share info in private. So a lot of the like important conversations on what to bid actually don't happen on the public, in the public sphere.
Yeah,
there was a significant portion that was made, but there was people who were sending this to me without knowing that I was involved, asking me if I was going to bid. So it's a bit of a, I don't know, chicken or the egg problem. Like, was I in, like, would people have bid if I wasn't involved? Probably. Would they have bid this hard? Probably not. It's kind of the short explanation of it.
Yeah, there's a few things that could be interpreted as flag, I think.
I mean, I'm more than happy to lose a shit ton of money on this if it doesn't work, but I'm also pretty sure that right now it trades at a discount to the underlying ETH value, and generally Olympus forks trade at a multiple of the underlying value. Like Olympus out of the gate had a treasury that was like a couple $1 million, and it traded at like a $30 million, $40 million valuation, right? Right now, this dog thing without any information on it has raised 23 million of ETH USD, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like if you trade at a 5x multiple, that's a 5x, like because it basically trades at its risk-free value.
Yeah.
I guess the only difference is like because the plan for the treasury over time is to kind of gain more Shiba exposure. You have you have to be okay with that. That's like I guess the core difference between this and Olympus, where it's DAI, which arguably may have more of like a long term. Yeah.
Yeah, I would still argue it trades at a premium.
Well, like I think a good example, if you look at SPACs, for example, from Stonks, I know it's boomerish, but like
No,
usually,
SPACs are fine. The thing about SPACs is like SPACs and Olympus dynamics are a little bit different.
yeah, I'm just kind of using that Treasury, like you know how they hold Treasury bonds as an example. I'm kind of using that as an example, but like most, at least during like the initial phase and we're trying to the sourcing phase, most would trade above what the Treasury is valued at, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad comp actually, because if you think that the SPAC is just gonna like zero, like you still get a redemption on the cash, right? It trades at $10.
Yeah, I guess it's a similar idea.
So yeah, so I would argue, well, now it's pumping because I bought, of course, right? Like I can't buy anything on my public wallet without people tailing me, but it's pumping because I bought, and now it's trading at a slight premium to the risk-free value. It's trading at like a 3% premium. So basically, my view is like why I bought is because it was trading under RFV pretty significantly, and they should trade at a multiple of RFV. I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, and if it's trading at a discount to RFV again, I just bid it again because it shouldn't be trading at a discount to the underlying cash that it has, right? Like it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I meant to get in before you did.
Yeah, so the reason I aped while I was on this in this
were
wait
you the guy
is
that
Sorry, this is the best way to say.
the reason I aped is because there's like way too many people just saying they're gonna ape in private chats, and I'm like, there's no way like all of you are gonna buy it at below RFV. Like from a liquidity
How would you
perspective.
calculate that from? How would you calculate that from here?
Yeah, so I'll do it for you. I'll take you through it. So you do tokens sold, which is 151 right now, right? ETH raised, which is 5.44 thousand or 5,440 or whatever. It's a moving target, but like use that number. Your ETH price is I'm using 43.85. So then your value of the treasury is your ETH price times the number of ETH. So right now it's about 24 mil. Then you divide by the number of tokens sold, which is 151 mil. You get to about 0.158 per token.
Okay, yeah.
And the price is 0.1606. So effectively, if you think about the value of the ETH that's backing each token, and then you look at the price of the token on the balancer pool, it trades at a 2% premium. Just for context, right? If you go to app.olympus.DAO finance and you go to the dashboard, right? Olympus trades at $11.90 a token, but it has $190 of backing. So it trades at roughly a 6 times premium to its underlying.
Hey guys, question. Are they adding more supply?
Yeah, there's more supply added until the end of the balancer pool, which is in 14 hours.
So price is supposed to keep going down, right?
it's gonna keep going down if there's no bids?
Yes, the price will continually decline unless there's incremental buyers.
Yeah, I just want to know if I need to ape now or just wait a little more.
Well, it's about. I mean, I've been tracking this pretty closely, given it's become relatively important for me because people flooded it at launch, which is always fun. The lowest it's traded is about a 15% discount to the backed value. Right now, it trades roughly flat to backed value. So there's an argument to be made that you can probably get in 15% lower.
All right, that makes sense.
Yep. I don't really, yeah, I mean, the people aping at launch when there was no backing were a little crazy. And essentially, their blood supports the price. Like, the reason this is, like, such a good deal for buyers now is because there's a bunch of people who lost money up front.
Yeah, never buy the start of a balance.
Yeah, that wasn't communicated.
Yeah, I was definitely one of those.
20 minutes
All
after.
all of the balance.
Oh, do you know how there's you know what OSHA is? It's like for work regulations in the United States.
OSHA, the safety?
Yeah, exactly. OSHA safety.
Yeah.
So every OSHA safety rule is written in blood because someone had to die for them to say this is not safe. So the same way that OSHA rules are written in blood, the rules of being a degenerate on Ethereum are written and losing money. I find it very hard to explain to people how shit works without them using it. I assume many others feel the same way because there doesn't seem to be great collective knowledge of some of these mechanisms, even though they've been around for a long time. Like balancer pools are not a new thing, right? Liquid balancer pool launches are not a liquidity bootstrap pools are not a new thing. So like it sucks that people have to lose money, but this is also, in my view, the least unpleasant option because all the other alternatives involve concentrating supply in the hands of insiders, which from
it was it was really odd because the front end of Copper was definitely showing stuff what was not accurate, I think. So yeah, that's all right. It's yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's and I hadn't realized it was it was it seems like it's just the front end for the balancer pool.
Copper is a front. Yeah, Copper is like a resistant front end. That's right.
Right. Yeah. So had I known it was it's just reached balancer pool.
It's all good, man. There's infinite.
It wasn't.
There's an infinite number of opportunities in crypto. Like you basically just have to not give up and eventually start winning.
Oh yeah, certainly. And I had a good day that day anyhow, so I'm not fussed. Yeah.
The other one that's interesting is Squid, but it's like now it's really expensive for people to ape. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Like, see, there's this debate like on Twitter, and sort of I'm having in my head. I'm not involved in Squid. Well, I mean, I own a Squid, but I'm not like I don't know who's behind Squid. There's this question of is the Squid model better or is the Anubis model better to me in my head? Because they're both going on at the same time, right? And they're both going to raise probably similar-ish amounts, around 5,000 to 6,000 ETH. Maybe we raise more at Anubis actually, because it's people are just giga aped. But like Squid have 42 people who own the entire supply of the token. Anubis is going to have probably like 1,000 or 2,000 people.
42?
Yeah, because it's going to be owned exclusively by Squid NFT holders at the start, I think.
Oh.
And then the team will add some liquidity, I guess, right? And the assumption is like the Squid holders, just like the time whales at the start who sniped the contract, will basically collude and just pump the shit out of it, right? Because it benefits all of them. The same way that, in theory, like my indirect ownership through PebbleDAO should make me long-term aligned with the success of Anubis. I would argue that's a better incentive because it's a lot harder to monetize versus if I owned a Squid and I'm Anon, right? I can just dump it for like a 5x out the gate and I can make like 700 ETH or something, probably.
So there's only 42 owners, only 42 people who can benefit, or is there some other token mechanic going on?
Well, there will be a liquid token that launches, but the initial distribution will be amongst Squid holders.
Wow.
So the token will be owned by like a very small group of people initially, is my understanding. I could be wrong.
But don't I thought it was one Squid token per NFT, right?
Exactly. So there's 42 Squid tokens, and obviously you can own a fraction of a Squid token. But ultimately, if there's 42 Squid tokens, there's not a lot of people that can own 42 tokens.
Is that the
like from the start?
Maximum supply is 42?
No, I think they're doing another 69 that they're gonna auction later. And of course there'll be rebasing and there'll be an LP added and there's other mechanisms, but it's just this argument of do you want extreme concentration but basically efficiently fill the treasury, right? And no one really loses money unless someone top buys an NFT. And the difference is the last buyer could lose money. But in the balancer pool world, it's usually the first buyer who loses money.
But by the same stretch, very, very few people make any money in the beginning either, too. So
on the balancer pool, yeah, everyone
loses Squid. No, I'm sorry, the Squid, like the Squid model.
The Squid, it's ideal to be the first bidder. You would always.
Well, no, but I mean, I just mean the sheer number, the 42 owners.
Well, Squid, the first bidder only paid 22 ETH, right?
Yeah, the Squid bidder, the first bidder
instantly made 10x.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's a 5x, but yeah, same idea.
Yeah.
So the average squid price is 101 ETH. So basically the first 11 squid were 20 to 30 ETH, right? So they're all up 3 to 5x.
Yeah.
So they get an insta dump when the thing starts and monetize a nice multiple.
So at what point would the protocol
Or is it just
hit
me?
any type of critical mass, like of users, like 5,000 holders?
Well,
Right?
so the thing with Squid is like if all the Squid holders are smart, they will not dump. They will feed the beast. Like you never.
So
This
the
is kind
rich
of
get
hard. It's like,
richer, kind of thing.
Yes, the rich get richer, but everyone should benefit. It's the same way Wonderland, aka Time, worked, right? Whereas like people insiders sniped the contract and then held a huge portion of supply, but they also very actively like fed the bonds and made sure it grew. Because like that, like they maximized value in a sense. Like they could have dumped day one and probably made like a 3x, right? On like not that much money. They would have made a couple $100,000.
Yeah, that's actually one of the other things I wanted to ask you about. Was, this is
fucking so based. Based retard.
Par for the course.
Who's
Yeah,
Billy?
but what does all of this have to do with Ankh, bro?
That's Ankh?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, do you think that it would have gone better if we like auctioned NFTs and then tried to see who would bid the
Oh, no,
most?
fuck NFTs, bro. I mean, we can.
It could have, but I don't think it's as fun.
You can release some NFTs after, but like throwing in NFTs in the auction, like I don't see that helping. You know, like who's gonna fucking like, buy into that? You know.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, anybody can get involved with something like this. In the case of Squid, only high capital people can. And then like fucking like.
Yo, Sissy, are you into Sissy Hypno?
I am not into that. I'm aware of what it is, but I am most definitely not into that.
Then why the name?
Bro, that's kind of sus.
Myth of Sisyphus, bro.
The myth of Sisyphus, yes.
Albert Camus, come on. Where are the French people? Let's go.
Yeah, maybe that's why like all the French devs like me. Probably not though, but maybe.
And mostly calling you a Sisyphus as well.
Alright, cool. So basically, we're trading at risk-free value. Like that's not financial advice, but the risk is like the price goes down enough over the next 14 hours where it's like well below risk-free value now. But I think it's not. I don't know. Is it really gonna go more than 15% below current?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel
It's
like
hard to
this-
say. It's a toss up, really.
I'll buy
It
another
presumes that-
slug later. I mean,
it presumes that more people won't be buying, essentially.
yes.
I feel like there's going to be still a steady influx of capital. So, yeah, I mean, 14 hours, so we're almost halfway, and 30% of the supply.
Yeah, so I think the plan is raise the treasury, right? You have the RFV there. Add an LP that's SHIB Ankh, that's distinct from the balancer pool, and then basically that keeps people's attention in the interim while the staking and bonding is set up. Because I don't want to promise staking and bonding will be instantly set up. Like just how like Klima and Olympus had periods in between the raise and the launch of bonding and staking. This probably will too. My guess. Like I'm not sure.
How are you going to seed the sheep pool?
With my own money, I guess. I mean, I assume the team will do it with their own money. I will probably do it at my own money, with my own money.
And will staking epochs be in dog years?
Yes, that's the plan. That's the whole fucking meme, dude.
So it's gonna rebase in dog years, so that's actually the thing.
It's going to rebase every 68 minutes because it's 1/7 of 8 hours. Yeah.
So essentially,
That's the
we're gonna
whole.
fucking make it.
Yes, that's literally the entire meme of this project was what if we did rebases in dog years? Like I don't like everything else is sort of coalesce around that single point.
The 5-day APY is about the same, or is it going to be exponentially higher because of the dog years?
I mean, because of compounding, it's likely higher.
Yeah.
But I am not 100% sure.
So, when's the reveal?
For what?
For the NFT.
For Ankh?
The reveal? What do you mean the reveal, bro?
Yeah, what's the floor price?
Yeah, what can we bump
Yo,
the
can we
floor?
sweep? Can we sweep real quick?
All right, I'm gonna go shoot myself now. Thanks.
The rebate.
All right. Cool. I think I have answered enough questions. If anyone
I
has
got
any other
one more
questions,
thing for you, Sisyphus.
yeah. What's up?
I sent you a message, but I guess I was just wondering what the best way to send something to you is. I'm not shilling, just asking.
Oh, I respond to like almost everybody pretty quickly.
Okay, cool. Well, I messaged you on Discord. Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
One question. How much is left to be added still?
To the pool?
Yeah.
About half, but it's sort of like, yeah. Let's just say about half. There's a more complicated answer, but you could think about it like another half.
Basically, it'll be like $1 billion total supply.
It'll be well. If you think that another 30% of tokens will sell, it will be 320 million total supply circulating.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, yo, sis, I got one more question.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't get is what is allowing the protocol to mint new Ankh? Like, because for Olympus, it would be each Olympus is backed by one die, obviously. So every die that gets put into the treasury allows Olympus to mint new Ohm. What's the equivalent of that in Ankh?
Yeah, we'll have to probably at the start, honestly, we will have to use a portion of the treasury, not as RFV, but as beast feeding Ponzi money, and then and then the SHIB will also basically be used for the same purpose.
Gotcha. Cool.
But yeah, when you think about it that way, we're already probably trading at some premium.
Right.
But it's a very low premium. I mean, the worst case scenario is like it doesn't work at all, and you just pay back people entirely. But the contracts just like aren't set up in 2-day, 3-day timeline, right? So like your RFV is still sort of all the ETH, but like in a world where you actually run this thing, your RFV is probably like 12 cents, not 16. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
RFE is a meme. Backing is what matters.
RFV is backing, sir. Oh, I see. I mean, I guess it isn't. Oh, that's an interesting point.
It's not, yeah.
Well, it's not. No, RFV is backing. No, yes, RFV is backing. The $1 thing is the $1 thing is a meme. It's not actually $1.
It's not.
That's the whole point.
Is there a FAQ?
No, it seems to be the only way to answer questions in this chat is be on the voice call and ask me. Just fucking hilarious.
Do you hate blacks?
No.
Yo!
What's up?
Hey, Sisyphus, I'm sorry if you already answered this, but what's the exact affiliation you have with the project?
I helped put the team together. I don't have a team allocation.
Oh,
That's
okay,
all.
thanks.
Yeah.
I have a couple whale friends that aped just because Sis was, or they must have thought that this was Sis's project.
Well, it sort of is. I mean, I'm affiliated with it for better or for worse now, right?
Yeah. Oh shit, all in, bro.
I mean, generally speaking, if you look at charts that I'm affiliated with, they usually go down for a while and then they just rage pump because there's no fucking sellers anymore. I bought all of that. AKA Pebble.
Doesn't that mean we should wait to buy?
Yeah, do you think it's going to nuke more, though? I'm already buying. I mean, not financial advice, though, by the way.
Price is definitely going to go down, guys.
But we
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
want.
Yeah, I mean, like, within like that first like month, are there? I can't remember if like Wonderland did any incentives or to keep people staked.
What do you mean? Why would you need to incentivize people to be staked? They should be, because that's how the Ponzi works.
Well, with Wonderland, I feel like okay, so all these forks coming out, people are they're getting more exposure, but you know, I don't think people fundamentally understand that. Yes, that staking is very important. You know what I mean? If they see the token, if they see the token 5x, they might take that, and then you know, it's like a domino effect. And no, I was just kind of thinking out loud. I didn't know if they'd ever do
No, that would be minus
buybacks or
expected.
anything like that.
I think that'd be minus expected value because like the mechanism works pretty well the way it's set up. If you start messing with RFV and doing buybacks and being selective, I think it sort of dilutes the story. Like the story here is literally we're doing rebases and dog ears. Like that's all you need to know about this project. It's Olympus, but we're doing rebases and dog ears, and it's going to be backed by meme coins and Olympus, ideally.
Is there any particular meme coins decided on yet, or is it?
Well, Shiba is definitely going to be the first pair.
Okay.
Olympus, I would like to have it be a pair. The pleaser people really want me to do dog. I'll see.
Shiba and Dodge, basically.
So Shiba wants to tell people.
Rendoge can be super interesting because there is no way to speculate on Doge right now on chain that I know of. So if we built a Rendoge pool, it would be really fucking cool.
Yeah,
Nice
with
ARB
the
opportunities.
with the SHIB pool, is it like going to be SHIB ETH LP for bonding as well?
It's SHIB Ankh for LP.
SHIB Ankh. Oh, okay, nice.
So it creates liquidity with the native token.
Dog would be interesting.
Dog, people want to do dog. I'm like indifferent on if we do dog, but there's people who want to do dog, so we'll probably do dog.
Would be a little bit different, yeah.
I think dog makes us stand out because
dog would be cool because it gets you a lot more attention. But like dog doesn't have a lot of holders, right? It's like
that's the thing. It's not nearly as distributed as like Doge or SHIB.
The real coup would be convincing the native Shiba holders to like play around with this thing because those people are fucking insane. Have you been in the Shiba Telegram? It's like the Hex Telegram, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on in there. It's a scary place.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
The Sheep Discord
it's both.
has like the Sheep Discord has several voice channels that are full. You can't even get in. It's I've been in Sheep since February.
Yeah, Shiba's frightening. That place is scary. I mean, like you go in there.
Degens there that would like this.
Yeah,
it's
like
not. It's a different flavor of insanity.
So is it plus EV to stake as soon as it's released?
You know?
Yeah, they're literally cult members. It's fucking nuts.
Is it plus EV to stake immediately when staking is live?
Yes. Yeah. It's extreme. I mean, there's nothing you should do besides staking if you already own Ankh. If you own SHIB or you own SHIB and Ankh, there's an argument to be made for selectively bonding because you can get a pretty good premium at times. I expect for a significant portion of the early life of this project, there will be a negative bonding premium, like there has been for Klima for the last like 5-6 days.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
What is that? Is that like the supply?
I think people just didn't understand how bonding worked. Like they're just retarded and they just all aped bonds. Because like otherwise it wouldn't be deeply negative for like a week, which I think is good for the protocol. It's like really good for Klima,
Excuse me,
because
sir.
they get free money basically.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, man. I came here from the page of Copper Launch, and
Yeah,
I
what's up?
want to know more about this project. Can anyone explain, please?
Yeah, it's Olympus, but it's rebasing it rebases in dog ears. Send a tweet.
Yo, Sis,
Rebase.
did you say you were in Pleaser DAO?
I'm not in Pleaser DAO, but I think I know a bunch of the folks in Pleaser DAO.
Okay, can you
Not like
drop
super.
some alpha on like
On which chain
how
it's coming?
how am I gonna be able to listen to the unreleased Wu-Tang album?
Oh my gosh, I don't know, man.
You can fractionalize the song, man, and hear 3 seconds
Bro, I
of each
want to
song.
listen to it so bad.
Potentially, the it could get a pretty substantial share of the
Guys,
dog.
is it coming on Ethereum or is it
Ethereum,
like?
yeah. Ethereum is the plan.
Dude, are you serious? There's no way you're serious, right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, how can you dog ear bond? Like, didn't you say 68 minutes bond time or something?
No, bonding is still bonding is probably still normal. Rebases, but rebases you don't use gas for.
Oh, I thought you meant like the rebasing interval would be like 68 minutes. My bad.
I mean, even if bonding was 68 minutes, I'd still do it on Ethereum because people would still fucking do it.
Yeah, true.
What's the vesting period going to be on bonds?
What's the what? Sorry?
Vest.
The vest? I want to keep it. I'm thinking about keeping it at 5 days, but it doesn't. Does it make sense to make it shorter if the rebase is shorter? Like it sort of feels like it makes sense, but then it's like, do I want to play with more variables here? I guess it doesn't.
I think you have to discount the bonds more if the rebasing's faster.
Depends on the rate. Depends on the rate.
I think the 5 day vesting for me. I think it's important.
The 5 days. Okay, so we keep 5 days, but we do probably more premium. Good work, team.
Yeah.
All right,
And
I'll
you can
relay
always,
that.
you can always do a proposal later, of course.
Yeah,
You
once we
can't-
get literally anything set up.
The premium will be set by the market. You don't set the premium; it will be set by the market. So it's going to be determined by the staking rate and the 5 day equivalent APY.
There's parameters you can change to impact the premium in policy. Yes.
To start.
Yes.
What did you guys say? What is in 5 days?
The bonding time.
Ah, okay. Thank you very much.
Vesting time for the.
All right, I'm like pretty optimistic about this after being on here. I was like kind of doomer, but I think we're gonna make it.
Yeah. Thanks for answering questions. I actually thinking.
Yeah, I hope that was useful. I'm pretty
No,
sure
that
that
was
was
very much
That was
very
really
very
useful. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
If you backed by Shiba, won't we dump if Shiba nukes, or how does that work?
Yeah. Well, you're.
Well, hold on. Why were people tagging me? Sorry, I'll answer your question in a sec. But basically, the idea is over time we slowly become more backed by Shiba. We start out entirely backed by ETH because we're basically DCAing into dog coins. Dog coins are the future. We will all be rich because Shiba will be the #1 token. But we want to start with ETH because it's safer.
What a thesis.
I'm just saying, objectively speaking, like Shiba will be #1 token probably in a year. There's not really a path to Shiba being anything besides #1 that I see at this point.
I will grow. I will grow.
Yo, Sissy,
What's up?
did the Holocaust actually happen? And if it did, do you support what happened?
I'm not answering that question.
Well,
That
was out of line, bro.
Do you know anyone from
Both
Bacon?
sides smart.
Bacon DAO? What?
Yeah, there's some guy that
Yeah,
eats
they're
a
a
million.
huge holder now.
Bacon DAO? I don't know bacon. I'm not
They bought
familiar.
300 million. He's,
No, he just
it's not
ate
300.
1 million.
Bacon DAO?
Yeah, it's some random DAO.
Is it virtual bacon?
Bacon NFTs.
Yeah, sorry. Like, I'm not familiar.
I think they buy pieces, maybe like Pleaser DAO, possibly. I don't know.
I see.
They got in at 12, I think.
Or maybe like Head DAO. I don't know.
Head DAO, I've heard of. I mean, that
Yes.
This is one of the plebis questions, but if I swap the stables on Balancer, is that more slippage than if I just swapped with WEF directly?
Marginally, yes. Marginally. If you're a pleb and it's not that much, it's not going to matter. I would say if you're doing more than 100K, I would rather. Actually, it doesn't really. Fuck, am I retarded? So I did like 400K of die, and I just didn't check slippage. I might be retarded. Oh well.
Yeah, what's the best way
It's
to
at
reduce
1%.
Okay. I'm actually
Hey,
retarded. Confirmed.
Hey Sisyphus, what is your targeting buying price?
I already bought, bro.
Is that? What?
Yeah, what?
Sorry, I
What?
was cleaning a gun.
Yes.
What? So I bought my buy-in for the first slug that I bought tonight was 14.5. So 14.5 cents was the first buy-in I did this night.
Damn, that's pretty great.
Nice,
Well,
thank you.
like it was always going to be as soon as people saw my wallet buying it set a bottom. Right?
Right.
I mean, we'll see where it is when I wake up tomorrow, right? Like we'll know better tomorrow.
What whales are in the project?
Dude, there's so many people who are trying to bid this thing. It's actually crazy. Like, no one is actually directly involved, which is unfortunate because I really need fucking help, herding all these cats and stuff. But there's so many people who are bidding this thing from random circles who just heard about it and think I'm involved or know I'm involved or suspect I'm involved.
How big's the team at the moment? You said you were getting people together. How many guys you got?
On a personal note, I definitely ate because of you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, who actually started this thing? People.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people. It's a bunch of devs from Pebble who are I know 2 of them are docs to me, so I generally trust them. And then the rest of it's just internet and on frogs, but they seem good. So these are people I've interacted with for a while, so it's not like randoms.
Do they have Twitters?
I do not want to disclose the identity of devs.
Hey, this is kind of a weird question, but would you dox your wallet? So for
Bro, it's Sisyphus.eth, motherfucker.
How do you spell that?
SISYPHUS.ETH. I literally have a docs wallet. What the fuck?
Can you send a picture of your feet?
YOU.
Yeah, I can send a picture of my feet.
Okay, yeah. Thanks.
Yo, is this coin on ETH?
Yeah, it's on Ethereum. Hold on, I have to send a picture of my feet.
Alright, thanks, man.
What? You have to send a picture of your feet?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Voluntarily, of course.
Yeah, no problem.
Wait, is this a cryptocurrency?
Yes, my feet are going to be an NFT. My feet are disgusting. Holy fuck.
No, not meme though. Good job, sis. You did well here. It's shaping up to look good.
Yeah, look, I'm retarded, but I'm not an idiot.
Wait, what channel is the feed pic posted in?
I'll put it in DBEM. Hold on. It's literally going up right now. Don't worry.
I wonder for the token question.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Where is it?
Bro, trim your nails.
It's in deep.
That right toenail, dude. You gotta trim that shit.
Yeah, my feet are fucked up. I used to.
Yeah, I don't know what I
Can I
expected.
see?